Yes, ladies and gents, it's still Musutu Abadimo in the allotment. So as you can see now, these are the last of the holes that I'm covering with the corn. The African corn is gone in, starting at the other end. Now this is me covering my my ground now. So all the corn is in the ground now. That's it. I've spaced it up nicely. We've got about 72 seeds on the ground. So now what I'm gonna do after this, after raking and covering the holes in all of them, in fact, I'll be sprinkling in compost on top of it all. So now that the onions are in the ground, corn is in the ground, as you see, potatoes are in the ground, this is for the veggies that are yet to come, but I will also tidy it up and make it look like this before I leave. But at the moment, the next priority now after this is to move over to the next section, which is this, the garlics and the leeks. So I'm gonna crack on with that. I find it easy because, as you can see, I've got the pickaxe, I've got the rake, and then I've got the shovels. The story about this one of my next door neighbors there gifted me this shovel. This one. This is the one I was using yesterday to create these trenches. So my next door neighbor Tom, there just, and as we're chatting away, he says to me, he has a free spare shovel if I'm interested, because he got it from a garden clearance that he was doing. So he only brought it in thinking someone might need it in the allotment, so which is nice, you know. I like the allotment life, and one of the things that I got given by one of the committee members of this allotment is them. So we're gonna be making a nice soup with that. I don't know, the wife will decide. But for now, more of my corn going back and for storage. I'm gonna rake all these stones here that you see here. I need them off the ground, so all of them, I keep putting them in the pile in the corner there so that I can get rid of all of them. I'll rake them, bring them out to the surface, and then get rid of them. As you can see, some of them are over here. So that's the tools that I brought with me, and then we bought this for watering. But this here is a nice wee piece of kit. So what I'll do with it is go around doing that. So for whatever that I'll be growing, you see, create my lines and gapping them out nicely, and try and be as even as possible. And then what I do, once I do this, so that's 1 2 3 4 5 6, so that's 6 up until here in the middle, as I use that markup from my neighbor's line coming up halfway, which runs here to this side of my tree there, that top tree where the greenhouse is. So that is my 50% marker point here. So then everything that goes this side is going to be leeks, everything that goes on that side is going to be garlic. So now, because it's leeks, as you can see, my next door neighbors one, they are close together, so I will do them, you know, I'll do them like that, just so that I can maximize the amount of them that I'll put in the ground. So once, I'm not going deep as much at the moment. See this stone that I was talking about, so I need to see how many holes I can put in up until the 50% mark. So there you go, that's my 50% marker point here. So now we've got 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So we've got 8, because I'm gonna do what I've done here, I'll also do at this edge here. So now we've got 8 by 6, so that's the amount of leeks that I'm gonna have here. Then we're gonna do the similar thing there with the garlic, and then we're also gonna do exactly the same here, but I'll have one here because these are trees that sort of expand. They will take up space, so I'm gonna put one tree here, one tree there, 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 one tree there. I'll try and put 8 trees So 4 of them, and then I'm gonna put the rest as those tomatoes. So there's gonna be 4 of these garlic peppers, 4 of these peppers. So there's gonna be 8 trees in total. That's rough. So I'm gonna also use 50% space. So I'll be as close to each other as possible with them. Maybe I'll have 8 by 6 so that I can have a good harvest, or maybe not much of 8, not much of 6, maybe put 4 just to space them up, but then I'll have 4 maybe by 6, that's gonna be that number. And then these ones as well, depending on how, because I have to look at the end result on how, when they grow, what their behavior is like. Do they spread wide? How much space do they need around them? I need to try and put as much to the ground as possible, but then also give them the room to breathe. That's the thing, the key goal here, the room to grow and expand and not have any issues. You call it the same. I've got my carrots. So my carrots is gonna be like, I'm gonna trench it up like this. I'm gonna trench it up like that, and then I'll do 3 rows for the carrots, because what I'm gonna do here is put cabbages. So with the carrots, I'm gonna have a lot more in those 3 rows than I don't feel that I need to use the 50%, but I can use maybe 1/3 and then use the 2/3 for the cabbages, because when they bulk up, I need to have at least 15 cabbages in this space here. So that may mean 5 going that way, 5 going that way, 5 going that way, or I may have them 4, 8, 12, and then 16. Do the 16 instead of 15, because at the end of the day we only maybe consume 1 cabbage a month, so 15, 16 will do me good. 16 cabbages here in the rows of 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 16 cabbages there. Then we do the 2 or 3 rows of carrots, because then carrots you can compact them, and then when you're doing your harvest, it's gonna be good. So that's what's happening, ladies and gents. I am keeping it moving. So right now I'm happy because I finished off what I put in the ground, the red onions, because I've got the white ones here, white ones there, white ones in there, the red. So they're all in the ground. The corn is in the ground, potatoes are in the ground. We're making an advancement. Remember, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. At the moment we've got 9. So out of the 9, 1/3 is complete. We've got 2/3 to crack on with, and then the final piece to the puzzle will be the greenhouse going in. Once the greenhouse goes in, we are going to finish it off with 2 things, cucumbers, and we are also going to put the beetroot after the potato garden. The next bed is going to be the beetroot and the cucumbers. Those are the ones that will finish it all off for me. So then at least I will have the solo plants 1, 2, 3, 4, and then out of the 10, the other 6 beds they split. So with the 6 split, so that's 12 different species, 12 plus 4, so that is 16 different vegetables that I'll have here in this ground. 16 in this size plot. So we keep it moving, ladies and gents. We cannot stop, we will not stop. We just have to do our bit. At least 16 here wide, that's a wide variety. 16, that means like 16 items that I don't need to go in the fruit and veg section for years of harvest time going forward. I won't need to go in the veggie section for them. 16 different items. That is good. That is really good. And all the items that we identified are the ones that we consume, so it's not wastage of place. And I'm not speaking ill of different allotment farmers. Everyone produces what they consume, so therefore others need fruit trees, so they want their fruits from here. They are happy with some of the vegetation that they have, and different items are in the ground. These are like my next door neighbor here. He's got lots more fruit plants than anything. So as I say, maybe they do grow some stuff in here, but as I said, everyone puts in the ground what they consume, so it's good for them. And we use our allotments for different reasons and different purposes. So my ones, is to cut costs. As the cost of living in the United Kingdom is rising, I need to cut costs on the food bill. So if I can save on those 16 different items, listen, I'll be a happy man. Absolutely happy man. Every penny counts. It says every penny saved is a penny earned. So every penny saved is a penny earned. It's better in my pocket than in anyone else's pocket, than in the supermarket's pocket, than in any other business pocket. So I'd rather keep it in my pocket, if I can be very honest. Selfish, yes, it sounds like, but we work for it, isn't it? So we need to look after it. Enough yapping, let me get on with it, ladies and gents. I've got a lot to do, so now I need to come to this one, finish it off. But before I do that, before I start doing that, I need to maybe prepare my garden to be like that one, so that I reduce the amount of soil at the top here, the topsoil, as I'll be topping up with the compost. So compost I'll be bringing in shortly, which, like as you can see, the way this one is, spread compost on top, and then that'll be it. So with this one, I'm gonna also do the finishing that I've done there, and then when I'm done with that, add compost. And then here in the middle, you'll see how I finish it up. I'll trench off a bit more just to get the ones for the sides here, and then the ones for the sides. And once I trench it off even more, that then means that I will put stuff to work on, and then not be experience the muddy bits. In fact, as I take a break, maybe let me go and bring those items in here. Might as well, why not? Yes, the Musutu Wabadimu in the allotment day. And I'll catch up soon, ladies and gents. Also to our ladies and gents, coming up with the update. So I've got my wife and my sons out here with me now. They are out here to help. The queen is sitting over there, but there you go, you can see half of her. Right, as I said, we've got the potatoes there. We've managed to put the first row, we've managed to put cucumbers on there, and then we've managed to put 4 cucumber trees, plants, and then we've got 12 for the Zimbabwean tomatoes. Then we've got 16 of the beetroot just there. So here, as you remember, the corn has gone in. As you can see now, we are preparing. So this here, you'll soon make sense why we brought this. What can potentially be deemed as waste, but it'll make sense. Here is the onions, the reds and the white onions. The trenches that we dug in there, we've deepened them up a little bit, as my son is doing over there. So now we are deepening these, and we've put the cardboard box. So in between the trenches, from the ones that trench between the maize and the tomatoes, we're gonna put more cupboards like that. Once we put the cupboard in all these trenches. Oh, by the way, quick update, now this is just going to be the peppers, 2 different types of peppers. So these ones and the ones, this garlic and the leeks are going in there. We're preparing that now. So garlic and leek is going to go in there. Peppers, just the peppers alone here, and lettuce is there, spinach is there, and this is mustard and the wrap, and we've got the carrots there, and we've got the cabbage. So then we'll have the cabbage here, carrots there. We'll split everything, but in between the trenches, we'll separate the beds. As you can see from here, it's not yet been done. We're working our way from the top downwards, so we will do it up neatly, and then we'll put the cardboard boxes inside. And after we put the cardboard boxes, we've got a cut. I've got the scissors in my pocket. We'll cut that heavy duty plastic, which again is deemed as waste, but it's not. we will put the plastics on top of the cupboards. Then we will put the landscape back. So once we put the landscape back, it means that you can walk in between the two, and at least, because the last thing you want to do is just be walking on the muddy. Huh? Is what? Oh yeah, I can see at the top of the tree there. So yeah, I don't want to be walking in the mud. So that's the reason why we're going to use the back. And the other thing that we're going to do, because of, if you look at the type of soil that we have here, and the secret to treating this type of soil is spreading a bit of sand. So we've got the pit sand, we will spread it all around, and then after I spread it all around, just so that we break it and make it nice and loose, because this is clay. When it dries up and then it hardens really bad. So for us to not have really badly hardened clay, we mix it with that, we'll sprinkle that at the top, and then finally we finish with the compost. So we've got the all-purpose compost here that we just brought in. So we've just brought these 3 things, and we're gonna crack on. And right now the time is 3. And as I said, I finished at 8 o'clock this morning, and my job took me down to England last night at 5. So I've done a 15-hour shift. As soon as I came off the truck, I came straight to the allotment. Took a quick break to go and get these things, and then now we're here. Now we're gonna crack on, and we wanna achieve everything in the ground, at least now. So starting from the potatoes, which went in last week, and then we've got them. We've got the cucumbers, tomatoes, and beetroot. We've got the corn, we've got the onions. We're gonna have the garlic and the leeks here. Then we're gonna work our way down until we finish. We aim to have everything in the ground today. Even if it takes us to around about 6, let it be. You know, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, needs must. So as my older son and I crack on with the trenches, and he's doing the trenches while I prep up the insides. My youngest son is laying the foundation with the boxes, so he's breaking those boxes and spreading them here, and then my wife will soon be cutting the plastics to line them up, and then when I finish setting up, then I'll come and spread the back, and then finish off with the sprinkling. We will do the compost last, when we sprinkle the compost on every one of them from the top to the bottom. And because it's not only the compost, that's not the only bag that we have. We've got another bag in the car and the compost as well. But this is the beautiful thing about it. You see horse manure. This is our slot here, and underneath here, you see, there's more compost for us, similar to the one that is in the bag. So if we run out of the one that's in the bag, we can always, before using open up the other bag, which I'm gonna probably keep for the house, to be able to start the process of sowing my seeds in the container. So that other bag will go home. So I've got all of this compost that I can use to top up what is in the ground. After we sprinkle the sand to break up the soil, we will then finish it off with the composting at the top. Do you see what we're doing to the other beds there, going down? See, we are beating them all around like this, so that when you spread the compost stays inside. And you know, you can look at the difference, and then when you see the video from when you started to what it is now, it's only then that you appreciate the hard work that's gone in here so far. But it's a team effort. I've got my wife, I've got my sons, you know, we keep it moving. My girls are at home chilling, and the boys are here with me and my wife doing the work. So that's the back, as I said to you, landscape back. So you see, we've got our trench, which is like that, with the hard surface, and then we line it up with the box to kill the weeds. And then and again, the beautiful thing about the boxes is they break up after they gain some moisture, and then when they are also forming nice part of the compost. And then we've got another layer of barrier, this plastic, which then after the weeds penetrate through the the box, they'll have the plastic to try and work their way through before they can stick out. So that's the method that we're using. So that's to allow us to walk in between the curtains. You'll see it again when it's all done. Ladies and gents, this is what I was talking about. As you can see, this is what differentiates our beds. So instead of us walking in the mud, this is what we're doing. Now at least separation with this. Now you're gonna put more cardboard boxes here, all of them, put them in the ground. We're gonna have to retrench that, and retrench that. So then take it deeper and then lay the cardboard boxes and the plastics on top. Then we end up with this result. So at the moment I'm on the first bag. My son is going to get the second bag in case I need it, because I need to retrench here and then I also need to retrench. I need to trench there, and then so I need to have enough for the trench at the top there, and then this trench here, and the rest of it. So yeah, looks messy, but there's method to the messiness, as you can see. And now I'm about to put the peppers. This is all two different types of peppers. No, the peppers are on that one. So here now we're gonna that's gonna go in here, and then all these plants need to come away from here because there's a composting system in place. And then here we're gonna put them here. So how I stick them in the ground, for the couple of times when I was doing the potatoes and the onions, I was using the pickaxe. However, I've never stopped thinking, see, there's more leeks if I need more, there's more peppers if I need more. So now this is what I use to get things in the ground. So what I'll do is I'll gap it up nicely and then do like that, and then go on and doing all of that until I know how many holes I've got spaced equally. Then from there we stick the seeds in. So if we run out of leeks, we know we've got more, another peck there. So we need a lot of leeks, like my next door neighbor there. So now I need to do that, and then I need to come and finish off. So this is easy to do when the family returns. They've gone for a quick break, so when they come back, at least we'll be able to push on. So for now I'll do the trenching and prepare the gardens, and then when my son comes in, he'll start putting the cardboard boxes in between, and then we'll see how we get on, because we then have to spread these. Once we spread, and we've got our watering can there, we will start watering everything. But before we water everything, we need to, on all the beds, we need to spread that sand, sprinkle it on top of absolutely everything, then sprinkle the compost. We've got 2 bags. I'll use 1.5, and I'll still have more compost there. So yeah, that will conclude our day in the allotment. And then from this point on, it's just a waiting game. Keep an eye and wait for the harvesting. Deweed and watering the garden until we get what we need. It's Musutu Wadimu, ladies and gents, giving again an update in the allotment. Slowly but surely we're making progress. An example of what I'm doing here. If you compare this side to that side, you'd see that these other trenches need me to do to them what I've done to this side here. So as you can see, you see it better. I'm going deeper and at least squaring it up nicely to look like this. Then we'll put more boards. As I dig in between these trenches, I take what I scoop out, I put in the edges like this. As you can see, this now, what I need to do, as you can see how high it is in the middle, I'm gonna start leveling up and raking it up, making it look like that. Then once everything is nice and level with all the stones that we took out from this garden there, and the ones that we took out from that garden, some of them are over there. So now I'm going to take out all these stones here as I rake it up nicely like that. I'll take out all the stones from here, pile it up, and then I'll transport these stones to the very top of the garden. But here now I'm just going to work on trenching. I've only got this trench, that trench, and that trench to do. And then after that, when I rake it inside to level it up, make it like that, then I'll be spreading this soil and taking the stones away. Then after that, I'll use my stick, poke enough holes, and catch up, put every seed in, shut it over, and finish the trenches. Watering can is nearby, but we've got access to more water anyway, so we'll be watering the garden shortly, all of them, as soon as everything is in there. So we've got peppers that are going in here, 2 different color, or 2 different types of peppers. One with the multicolor one, and then the other one with the red and green. So yeah, all the peppers are just gonna go in here. We cannot stop, won't stop. I need to phone my wife and ask her to bring maybe a few more cardboard boxes. I don't know, I'll check. Anyway, we'll keep it moving. Five o'clock still at the allotment, and it may look like there's not much progress when you see the mess. However, look, the last one has been done, this one has been done, this one has been done. I'm now about to crack on this one, and then after that I'll start poking holes for the seeds to go in the ground, and then I'll finish off. You know, same time yesterday I was jumping in a truck to start driving, and finished at 8 this morning, and I've been here since 10 because it took me an hour to get back, and then also had to go to one of the hardware shops to go and get them stuff, and then come over here. So I've been here since finishing work, and yeah, I've not seen the back of my eyelids, and we keep it moving. I'm not stopping until it's all done. Ladies and gents, this is Masutu Abadimu here in the allotment. This is a quick allotment update. So we worked through the night. This is what we've achieved. Well, let me correct. We worked until around about 7 and 8 at night. It was pitch black here, so we're using phone torches to achieve this. So we have in fact managed to complete what we needed to complete, task number 1. So today, as you can see, the ground is nice and moist, so I had to sprinkle the sand first and foremost. This is the sand. I sprinkled on the sand, then I mixed the compost, the one that we bought from the shops, to the one that was already here, the horse poo. So we have our compost that's underneath there, the horse poo. So we mixed the two together to then compost our garden. So that's what you see at the top there. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take the rake it all up, just to mix it up, agitate the soil, and then after that we're going to water the garden. So we have our watering can, and we have our hose pipe here, and more water in there. So hose pipe will connect it somewhere down there, and then bring water up here. Once we've watered up the garden, we're also gonna just give this area a tidy up. But we've got quite a lot of work to do anyway, because at least now everything is in the ground except for the garden that we're yet to create. But here we have the carrots, here we have the cabbages, there we have the ripe hops on, We have tsunga there. We have the mixed peppers here. We have the other peppers over there, so the red and green, and then the mixed. We have the garlic, and we have the leeks, and we have here we have spinach and right, let me rephrase everything so that I don't confuse myself. Let me start on this side because I know it in that order and I need to write it down. We have potatoes here. We have beetroot 50%. We have 40% tomatoes. We have 10% cucumbers. We have 100% here corn, maize corn. We have onions here. We've got 3 different types of the white tomato onions here. Then we have red onions over there. We have leeks here, garlic over there. We have peppers here and peppers there. So we have a wide variety mix of peppers, yellow, red, green, red, and then the just green and red there. We have spinach here and lettuce over there. We have rapeseed here. We have mustard seed there, aka tsunga. We have 40% carrots, 60% cabbages, and that is how it sets. So that concludes what you see here. Everything's in the ground, and all went in the ground this week. So yesterday we did this, we did that, this, that, this, and finished off just last week. We also did this yesterday, and we did this yesterday. We did this at the start of the week. So all of this work was done in a space of 2 days. Literally 2.5, because the onions the other day, it was a day before yesterday when we started with the onions, so finished them yesterday. So 2.5 days we've achieved that. Once we do the watering, etc., as you see how the other gardens are like around them. So now I'm gonna kick off preparing the surface here, which is what's gonna lead me to do border around the potato garden. I'm gonna do that just now as I start digging and preparing the surface here. And this is coming off. We're gonna chop it off, and it's gonna come off. So once this comes out, taking out here, give this a nice border finish like the rest, and then we're also going to do it here. So I need to make sure that I leave myself enough room for the greenhouse. So yeah, it's quite a lot of things to do, but I'm sure we will cope. If push comes to shove anyway, once we position the greenhouse, we can always prop it up the way in which we need it to be. So not much of a sweat, but I'm trying to maximize utilizing all the space rather than just having this area left like this. So I'd rather have the green veggies here, because our beetroot that we're talking about, the beetroot is already in there. That space I'd reserve for the green veggies, but now everything has changed. So the beetroot's in the ground, tomatoes in the ground, cucumbers in the ground. Now we've got 3 in that bed. So now it's just going to be outright Zim Chomolia style, the green veggies. So that's what's going to go in here once we have it here. And then in the greenhouse we will have our herbs. So we will have the likes of mint, coriander, etc., all the herbs. We are gonna have them in the greenhouse. There's an X. The X is in the book. Oh yeah, I see. Alright, when everything is in the thing, when you get everything out of the car, shut the boot and also shut the gate. Okay. Alright, no problem. Okay. Alright, anyway, so that's the garden allotment that we're dealing with. That's where the focus is on at the moment. So we're gonna crack on now with what we need to do. We're gonna water the garden before the sun. The good thing is, you know, it's not too bad. So at least that gives us the time to, it kept the ground nice and moist. So we are going to crack on with it today and see about finishing what we need to do. Until next time, we'll catch up. We'll give you an update anyway. Alright, that's me watering now. Watering the potatoes, and then all of the other 2, 4, 6, 8 beds are gonna be watered up as well. And then when we do it that way, when we water all of them, it's looking nice and fresh. When we water all of them, then we are going to tidy up the area. And then we need to tidy up our compost area. We need to set up this place, set up our composting area, just this side, prep it up and everything. There's a lot of work to be done, and I need to try and get it done by this weekend, because I need to get back to the house and sort out the flooring, etc. I know there are duties, the chores that I've got to in the DIY, decorating the house. So yeah. Right, ladies and gents, it is myself, the one and only Musutu Abadimu, aka the trucking bus driver, driving this MAN, pulling this double-decker Astor trailer, about to head over to the docks in west of Scotland, traveling with the one and only, my beautiful wife. Right, so what we're gonna do, we're just gonna take the truck to the weigh bridge, weigh it up, take the paperwork, take the waste to the office, and then get a move on. You know, then we'll get a move on. There's the shanter. The tiny little thing is pulling that huge thing. Aye, the tech. Aye. So whenever you get the trailer, all sorts of lights. Okay, Doc. So now we're heading over to the weigh bridge. Just gonna weigh the trailer, get the numbers and enter them in this sheet of paper there, and then at least we'll know what each axle weight is, because the ferry company needs it. See, the numbers will show up at that screen. Okay.
I thought you literally called it an actual bridge.
Huh?
I thought it was an actual bridge. Whenever you say weigh bridge.
Is this one just the bridge? So that the red numbers. So each axle as it goes over the weighing axle there, at the weight scale, the weighing scale. Each axle, the information goes there. There you go. You see the numbers keep fluctuating there. So I'm weighing all the axles up. On the trailer I've got 3 axles, 3 separate axles, and then at the front as well. I've got the 3 as well. So the unit, there you go, 42.810. So that's 42 tons overall. Overall 42 tons. Yeah, so now what we're gonna do, get that printed off. Print. There you go, the printout is out here. So now it gives me the overall numbers. Gives me the overall axle weight. And then, right, that's the beautiful lady there. Right, so now what I'm gonna do is put all the numbers here. Okay, so here's what it is, ladies and gents. It is Masutu Abadimu with the one and only beautiful queen. Till next time. Yeah, ladies and gents, we are here. We are in the shipping port. We're at the shipping port in the yard. Right. So there is that's the big toy there. So now we just dropped one trailer. There's that trailer there. And now we need to pick up one that's going back to the central belt. But yeah, that's the dock. That's the ship that's gonna be carrying all the stuff. So yeah, here's what it is, ladies and gents. It's myself and the wife. The nice, the one and only queen. Right, I need 1, 2, and 3. So I need to be very strategic in how I do this. Okay, let me go to that one and then I'll switch and see what it has behind. And then right, there's 2 on this row, 2 on the other row. So more than 2 in the other row. So I need to look for the one that's empty. Yeah, is what it is, ladies and gents. It's Masutu Abadimu. On a trailer hunt.